If you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself, right? It's the catchphrase of someone who's either surrounded by incompetence or has some serious control issues. Whatever the case, doing it all yourself is a very quick way to burn out, break down, and turn a winning business idea into a sinking ship. Most bosses hate delegating, but the truth is, you don't always need to be in charge. Welcome to Scaling for Success. We're all about helping businesses grow profitably, scale, and move into the next phase of their success. If you're looking for consultancy and mentorship that really makes a difference, subscribe to our channel or visit the Scaling Management Consulting Group website. Links in the description below. In today's video, we're discussing avoiding becoming a single point of failure and letting you know you don't always need to be in charge. Today's entrepreneur relentlessly pursues their passion and creativity in the face of failure, and alongside this unwavering drive often comes a deep need to control every aspect of their business. Ironically, sometimes the freedom people are searching for is often entangled and confused with a strong desire for control. However, this deep-rooted need for control can be in direct conflict with success, and at worst, the downfall of your business. What happens to your business when you let go? In a nutshell, growth. You had a vision and you made it a reality through your existing skill set in combination with sheer determination, talent, courage, and not to mention countless sleepless nights. You've poured your blood, sweat, and tears into getting your business off the ground to get it where it is today. That in itself is an astounding achievement, and yet interestingly, the foundations and skill set you built your business upon are, in actuality, a vastly different skill set to what's required to sustain, plan, and allow for future growth. It takes an incredible amount of self-awareness and courage to relinquish control and get out of the way of the untapped potential, future growth, and success of your own business. The white-knuckle control that you hold onto with a death grip will ultimately stunt and prevent growth of your business, as well as your own development as a leader and your team's professional development. Remember, doing one thing well is far more valuable than doing a multitude of tasks badly. Initially, you needed to be involved in absolutely everything, and while you may be in denial about it, your baby is growing up. The truth is that there will inevitably come a point where the more you hold on, the more you're holding your company back. Why you can't do it all yourself? Many founders believe that they are the only ones who are truly invested in the success of their business, and no one else understands the business the way they do. While this is true to a point, a lot of employees are motivated by more than just a paycheck. Trusting your staff with industry secrets, market insights, and leaving them responsible for crucial business functions fosters loyalty, a sense of empowerment, and encourages your employees to develop professionally. Both knowledge and vision can and should be imparted to your employees. Signs it's time to let go. On the third month straight of 18-hour workdays constantly running on empty, you're probably thinking, I hope this gets easier soon. Sure, you're turning a decent profit, and the hourly rate seems to match the effort you're putting in, but operating at full capacity can only work for so long. Sadly, there's nothing you can do about it at the moment. You had hired what appeared to be skilled candidates to do the tasks needed, but they let you down one time, and now their workload is back on your accomplished, superhuman shoulders. You're frustrated because you feel like your team aren't stepping up or taking any initiative. They clearly aren't as capable as their CV claimed because you're experiencing a high turnover. Obviously, they just can't handle the heat. You've noticed that you aren't being as efficient or productive with your time. Opportunities are flying by or going unnoticed, but regrettably, you're lacking the resources, time, and energy to seize them. So you dig your heels in to get through the workload for the immediate future. Your personal life is suffering, while your passion and drive for the business is also dwindling. You no longer have a bird's-eye view of the business because you're lumped with the entire operation. But honestly, how are you supposed to get anything done without a team of clones by your side? Does this sound a little too close to home for your liking? These are some of the signs it's time to let go. What should you do first? Number 1. Take a close and detailed look at your current daily tasks and workflow. This will help you determine the tasks that you absolutely must do and the tasks that could potentially either be automated or delegated. Don't forget to identify and include any spillover work that you do that doesn't fit into anyone else's job description. The gaps must be filled, but thankfully it may not have to be you filling them. Number 2. Based on the information collated, develop a structured and realistic plan to implement these organizational changes that are needed. It's unlikely that everything on your list will be eligible for automation, so your next challenge is all about people. Invest in your people, and they will invest in you in return. Number 3. What to do with your existing staff. If you're lacking confidence in your team, have you considered that it could be your own ego clouding your judgment, or perhaps you've made a bad hire? Provide some one-on-one training with your employees. You can't know how much they do or don't know if you've never spent any time with them. Spend time with the people you believe should take over your current responsibilities. Clearly explain your approach to each task, whilst also clarifying your expectations. If the task is complicated, then spend time documenting the process and outline each step or create checklists. A hard copy reference will help you feel secure and confident that the task can be completed perfectly in your absence. Get your employee to do a few run-throughs to identify any problems they may have along the way. Guide and support them through the troubleshooting process. One-on-one training is essentially providing your staff with all the information and tools needed for success, enabling them to do their job. At the same time, clearly share the business vision and mission with your team and explain how their contribution is meaningful and invaluable for both the customer and the business. Understanding the business purpose and vision will help your staff make informed and smart decisions and ultimately help them solve problems, with or without your help. Number 4. It isn't just about training though. You've been irreplaceable up until now, and now that you've spent time training and enabling your staff, it's now time to empower them by delegating tasks and trusting them to do the job you hired them to do. Trust translates into not micromanaging your team. If you skip this step and don't empower your employees, at best, you're failing to leverage the talent you're paying for. At worst, you're giving them a powerful incentive to find a new job, and fast. Your new motto should be enable and empower. Number 5. Brace yourself, because this monumental shift in your behavior and workplace culture will inevitably result in failure, at times. You'll be challenged, and in the face of failure, you will likely feel an overwhelming need to snatch back the task so it can be done right. This is inherently the wrong way to deal with failures and mistakes. Embracing failures may initially appear like you're exposing weaknesses, or that you'll lose face. But despite what you may believe, you yourself aren't perfect. So what did you previously do when you made mistakes in the past? Obviously, you took your failures as opportunities to learn. Otherwise, you wouldn't be where you are today. You didn't sweep them under the rug or berate yourself to the point you couldn't move forward. You identified problems that led to the failure, brainstormed alternatives, and implemented the changes needed for success. So why shouldn't you extend the same courtesies to your staff? Mistakes and failures can occur at all levels of the organization, but welcoming failure creates a culture of transparency and trust with your team, fostering a safe environment to acknowledge, own, and address these issues before they become world-ending catastrophes. Number 6. Whether you're looking to replace staff who've left you in the lurch or you're in the process of scaling, you're going to be going through the dreaded hiring process again. Bad hires cost companies tens of thousands of dollars, which can be devastating to a business. On top of that, a bad hire can diminish staff morale and wreak havoc on the business you worked so hard to build. So to say that hiring smart is important, well, that's an understatement. You must have faith in your new hires in order to feel comfortable handing over the reins. So it's crucial to perfect the company's hiring and onboarding process. Have the courage to hire the most competent and intelligent people that you can afford. Aim for diversity and balance. While mini-me's might look like the superstars you're after, they aren't necessarily going to excel in the areas that you need help in. Some leaders fall into the trap of hiring people who are less talented than them. If you let your fear of becoming irrelevant or inferior get in the way of a good hire, then your company will instead suffer as a result. On top of that, a good hire is also the person you need today. It's not the person you think you'll eventually need in 5 years' time. The most qualified candidate in the world will be a bad hire if your company is not ready or in need of the skill set and experience on offer. In summary, your business will never grow, and you will cycle through an endless turnstile of employees if you don't trust and empower them to take some of your responsibility. Sometimes it's okay to let go. That's all we have time for in today's video. You don't always need to be in charge. Like this video if you found it helpful, and for more content just like this, subscribe to our channel or visit the Scaling Management Consulting Group website at scalinggrp.com.